Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful hot afternoon here in Southeast Asia. In the afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Dear friends, it is all about Chelsea. I know a lot is taking place right now within the Chelsea fan base. Chelsea fan base are not happy. Chelsea fan base are agitating. We want to get on the street and protest. Yes, in the UK, the traveling fans are organizing a protest against the owners. Clearly, get out. I will get into that pretty soon, but quickly. You see, few days back, I overheard our coach speaking after we lost against Brighton in the FA Cup. My memory serves me very right. And he made a statement that a good thing or the positive aspect of Chelsea being knocked out of the FA Cup by Brighton, the positive aspect is that we can now focus on the Premier League and the Conference League. That was the coach's statement after the game. And I think I even made a video on that. And I also know for a fact that many fans out there, including you watching me, you are not happy about that statement. Because the FA Cup is a trophy that Chelsea fans will value so much. Last season, we were in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, we were in the finals. And for our coach to make that statement, it hurts, but we took it with a pinch of salt. Today, as we speak, or 4 or 5 days after the coach made that statement, that the positive thing is we can now focus on the league. Now, we met the same Brighton again in the same league. In the league, and the same Brighton beat us hands down 3-0. The same Brighton that could not prioritize only the league, as our coach has told us. The same Brighton that is still in the FA Cup beat us again. So the statement the coach made that Chelsea, we can now focus on the league. What sense does that make? Does that make any sense? For me, no. And guess what? You see, I remember very well, before Graham Potter got a job at Chelsea, this man you are seeing on your screen right now, Enrique, before Graham Potter, when these new owners came in, before Graham Potter, yes, after Thomas Tuchel was sacked, we were looking for a new coach. And before Graham Potter came in, Enrique was available. He flew all the way from Spain to England for the job, for Chelsea job, as our head coach. But then, we rejected him and we picked Graham Potter instead of choosing Enrique. It is now that I'm beginning to see and understand clearly why Chelsea did not go for Graham Potter. Enrique, but rather they went in for Graham Potter. It is now beginning to see the clear picture. Graham Potter knows football. He's an experienced coach. Listen, the plan all along was to use the club to entice promising young players, to sign long-term contracts in order to be sold for profit down the line. In the meantime, they really don't care how the club performs. That's why they needed a compliance manager. The owners, they needed a compliance manager who will just do what they want or what he was told with whatever players they sign for him. If the club gets too much heat from the fans due to poor form, right, they will just sack him. Yeah. And find another compliant one. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Oh yes. Rinse, dry it, and wear it again. Rinse and repeat. That has been their plan from the very beginning. Rinse and repeat for 10 years and then sell the club for a nice profit along the way. Because we are beginning to understand that when they were buying the Chelsea, one of the clauses in the agreement was that they cannot sell the club until after 10 years. We the fans, now we are making demands. We want to see the real contract, the agreement, how the club was sold. As a matter of fact, Roman Abramovich need to step in. He need to ask his aide to step in now. His lawyer needs to step in now. Because the money that the so-called clearly capital even paid, the money is still sitting in the UK. The money is still sitting in the UK. The money is still not used for the so-called purpose that the owner of the club asked them to use the money for. That the money should be sent to the Ukraine for the war victims. The money is still not sent, still sitting in the UK. And the UK government, the British government, are making use of the interest. So if their plan was to rinse and repeat for 10 years and then sell the club for a nice profit along the line, just like a lottery ticket, player sales all the way, that is all they want, and make profits. It's more like an ecosystem of a lottery ticket production. Listen, private equity game plan all the way. These are businessmen. Companies bought by private equity firms are really better off later on down the road. And this is exactly what these guys are doing. 2.5 million pounds, 3 million pounds, 10 years from now, 6 million pounds. 6 billion. 2.5 billion, 3 billion, they bought it now, right? Yes, 10 years down the lane, they will sell it for 6 billion, 7 billion. Whilst they've sold many players along the line and made huge profits. You see, first of all, let me ask you as a Chelsea fan. Maybe you are not in the UK, but what do you make of the upcoming protest on 25th? Is it worth it? Do you think Chelsea fans should hit the street on 25th? For me, you want to know my thoughts? The upcoming protest has actually started or was instigated by the traveling fans of Chelsea. Yes. It is a traveling fans that try to organize this protest. And I will watch keenly. I'll open my eyes and I'll watch that protest keenly. I'm going to be observing and see if it will actually be meaningful or a meaningful protest with an actual outcome in mind. Or will it be just a bunch of kids and influencers wanting a bit of TV time from the press and come along for singing songs? Why am I saying this? We've seen similar protests in the past, not just in Chelsea. Not in Chelsea, but from other clubs. And the outcome has always been negative. This time around, I understand 25th of this month's protest is an organically planned project or protest from traveling fans. That is the difference. That will take place on match day as well. The protest is going to take place on a match day and for a bigger cost, but then the effect is what we are looking for. The bigger cause that affects the entire club, or that will affect the entire club. Oh yes, of course, it's on a match day, so the cameras will be there. But after the protest, would the owners respond? I understand it will not be the same as usual because it's on a match day. And it is away fans that are organizing it. You have the right to join. The protest is already on social media, dear friends. Now, quickly, before I let you go, it is hot in the afternoon. You see, I'm trying to take things easy to break things down for whatever that is happening around the club. That's why I brought in Luis Enrique. You see, I laid my foundation. I brought in Luis Enrique into the picture. Why we rejected Luis Enrique, went in for Graham Potter, to Frank Lampard, Pochettino. When Poch tried to become more vocal, to assert his authority, we sacked him and we brought in a different coach, compliant coach, dictating to him. That is the reason why Joao Felix, we successfully, shifted him out of the club right now. A player that we bought from Atletico just 5 months ago. We successfully shipped him abroad again to AC Milan. Joao Felix now is as if the shackles are broken from his feet and he's performing like any other Chelsea player that leaves the club in recent years. Joao Felix played 88 minutes as a left winger. Joao Felix played 88 minutes as a left winger in a Milan shirt, and they beat Verona 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, a certain coach keeps telling us that he's only number 10. Joao Felix is only number 10. So he can't play both him and Kopama together. This is the coach we are talking about here. For those of you who think that my statement that I made, that this is a championship coach, I was wrong. The young man, since going to Milan, consistently been delivering. Now he played 88 minutes as a left winger. But Poch said, oh, he is a number 10. And he cannot play both him and Kopama together. I have never seen a rigid coach and one-dimensional coach like Enzo Maresca. Many would have thought if things are not going well, the system you are playing, you change, especially in second half. You have players on the bench. You just have to tweak your system a little. Dear friends, I'm leaving the rest for your judgment. I understand the upcoming events will be massive. We wait to see how Chelsea fans will react and what will be the response from the owners after the protest. You can also join the protest online on Twitter, on X, on YouTube, on all the social media networks. Remember, we are also on TikTok. Yes, most of you guys have forgotten that we are on TikTok. This channel, Salon's Blog, we are on TikTok as well. Go to TikTok and look out for us. Salon's Blog on TikTok. Also, remember we have a new channel where we talk about news, entertainment, and everything in Africa. And that new channel is GH247. GH247. Quickly, before I go, the main news. Arsenal have decided to add injured Chelsea forward Nicolas Jackson to their list of summer transfer targets. I'll come back to this later tonight. Yes, Arsenal have decided to add injured Chelsea forward Nicolas Jackson to their list of summer transfer targets. Well, Chelsea fans, we don't want Jackson. Arsenal want him. He is their target for next summer. What do you think? Let me hear from you in the comment section. I'll be back with more on this. See you guys in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.